World of YouTube, Devil Site here. Another missing person case. I can tell you right now, this is very unlikely with a lot of information. What is it? Marion Kerswell, 58. Reported missing Christmas Eve. This is another thing on Unsolved Worcester. Season 3, I guess it's gonna be. Starts at the end of February. And I don't know, I went to go look this up online. Nothing. There's only like one piece that comes up with no details, so obviously I'm gonna have to wait until this comes out on Unsolved Mysteries. This woman had high blood pressure or whatnot. The daughter went in, as it says, found everything untouched. Boulevard. Boulevard watch. I mean, I don't like how they do these Unsolved Worcesters when they just put up articles like this. I mean, and let alone sometimes when they don't give up. But when there's not enough information on these cases, yeah, it's very aggravating, you know, frustrating. Dentures on the sense of dentures and the fan. Talking about, it seems like they found something. But I did screenshot something. Bear with me. Bear with me. With technical difficulties here. See, bang. And bang. This. Type in this name. This is all that comes up. Name, age, race, date of incident. There is a street. I'm probably thinking that's her address, so yeah, like I said, I gotta wait for Unsolved Worcesters to come out to see what little information they have. But in the article, you can see that it obviously was an abduction. Now, back in 1982, when Worcester, there was been a lot of, theories of a serial killer, and I do believe that this serial killer does exist. I mean, with all these missing person cases, strangulations, all this kind of bodies kicked out, dumped off on the side of the road. It's insane just how many cases out in Worcester. And by the looks of it, in part 3, there's going to be like a lot of good cases coming up I seen in a preview. But, but whatever little information they can get really sucks. I mean, it's not Unsolved Worcester's fault. Of course, it's got to do with the police that only give out certain, stuff. And, of course, these people in cases, honestly, these people, even the killer could probably be dead by now. I mean, that one guy from the train station, the bus driver train station worker, yeah, he died in 2022. No, the beginning of 2021 or 22. Yeah, I think it was 2022. They said he died in January or something. Hopefully they kept a lot of DNA off this guy. Because if they do happen to find a lot of these people that still are missing, hopefully they'll have some DNA samples or whatnot when they do find. Whatever the case may be, hopefully they have something left on them clothing-wise or, underwear-wise or something-wise. Put something 2 and 2 together, but By the looks of it, though, a lot of these cases, and as you can see, when it has information like this and there's nothing much there, you honestly can say this case will never get solved. So yeah, it's frustrating when you get stuff like this, see stuff like this. Only get bits and pieces. But, you know, what can you do? All I know is I like to keep, you know, my head up and try and help as much as I can. I mean, you know, a missing persons case, or a missing persons, literally, obviously it's a peak of, you know, what people want to look into. That top peak of the mountain everybody wants to search. But yeah, it is intriguing to do stuff like this, or even to look into stuff like this, because when someone disappears without a trace, you know, that's the most creepiest, scariest thing in the world, in my eyes. You know, just here today, disappeared tomorrow. You know, and this woman was obviously at her house being stalked, I believe. I can honestly say this woman was being followed, stalked by a rapist or a murderer, or friggin' the serial killer. Because there's a lot of cases out in Worcester, man, that just, you know, too many women getting targeted to just be, you know, just a random guy, just some guy, you know. You ride through the streets of Worcester today, I mean, yeah, you do see a lot of people walking on the streets. You see a lot of characters out there, meaning, yeah, bad walking on the street. And yeah, it's tough to say which ones are the same criminals, you know, who's this person, who's that person. Even I was out there today, I was driving around, and all I could see was a lot of people just, you know, unaware of their surroundings and just literally going about their business. But that's the worst thing you can do. I mean, but there's also a lot of people out in Worcester that you see their heads turn. So yeah, they got a lot of watching their backs out there, and that's what you got to do these days. You got to keep your eyes open, man. I mean, wider than the friggin' Grand Canyon. You know, yeah, you gotta keep your eyes open, ears. I mean, you know what I like to try and encourage people to do? Watch the movie Blind Fury, Rutger Hauer. Oh, man. Every time I say that man's name, I miss the hell out of him. He is a great actor, and Blind Fury was a great movie. And in that movie, even in Jean-Claude Van Damme's movies, was it Bloodsport? You know, they teach, you know, the masters teach about just, you know, not just the extremeness of karate, jiu-jitsu, you know, jeet kune do, you know, all these, you know, martial arts. They also teach you, you know, to be tough, you know, to be disciplined, but they also teach you, you gotta do a lot of things, you know, something could happen, and you need your ears. And I mean, I do this all the time myself, and I could be walking down the street now, won't even look behind me for a car. And the only reason why is because I taught myself, just like the movies say so, let alone Bruce Lee movies, to listen. And Blind Fury was another one that influenced me to, you know, there was another movie with a guy, and this was way before Blind Fury, but the guy who played the Beastmaster, he played another movie. He was a blind man, and this, he was seeing this woman, and he would listen for things, you know, when he was walking, or hear things, and, you know, that's what you literally got to do. Of course, you're blind. And that was another powerful movie that was a movie that made me start blindfolding myself in my house. I used to live out there in Fitchburg, Mass, 48 Devlin Passway. But I used to blindfold myself and walk around the house. You know, because to the point where my mother was like, "What the hell are you doing with that on your eyes? What are you, fucking nuts?" I said, "No, I'm teaching myself how to..." And I always wanted to learn, too. Because there was another time in school that I was learning how to do Braille. And, you know, I was, you know, for some reason we got taught that. But being blind, I wanted to see what it was like and see if I could do it. And I kind of mastered myself a little bit on listening for things all around you. Especially like when I walk in the middle of the street and I don't even look behind me no more. I just listen for the cars. If I hear nothing, I walk. If I do, I'll stay, and I don't turn my head. Always listening for the footsteps behind me and all that crazy stuff. But it's times like this and stuff like this that you should be aware of and really take a knowledge into and literally try and teach yourself, because that's what I've done. And it makes you more aware of yourself and your surroundings, too. I mean, you just don't have to turn your head all the time, either. You can learn to listen very well with your ears. And that's something I taught myself, to literally watching movies. And, you know, my mother sitting there asking me, "What the hell's wrong with you?" It's like, I'm teaching myself. Leave me alone. I'm going to be a master at something. Yeah, that's right. But all in all, I mean, that's what you got to do these days. You got to be very aware of your surroundings. And when cases like this come up, it's just disturbing. It's sick. It's demented. Just to think there's that one person out there that wants to take the whole world down because they can, and they think they can, and they think they're the monster, and they want to be the, you know, just the piece of crap that wants to take over the world. Just sick, just demented. And right, everybody's got to be taking care of themselves and be well known of your surroundings, like I say, and that's that. You got to do something. But if anybody got any case details on this case, or could, you know, be having any type of memory back in 12 of Christmas 82 in Worcester, well, there's the phone number down below, or look up the name, check it out. But yeah, just the eeriness of here today, and all of a sudden you're just gone tomorrow without, you know, without no recognition. Just this ghost disappearing before your eyes. I mean, yeah, it's insane. But anyways, until the next video, be safe. Take care. Can't say it enough. Always have to end up with that on my videos. And always beware. Always believe, too. There's a ghost out there. That's right. But always beware, because you never know what's going to happen. Never. Out.